What's up YouTube? For tonight we have a full Zodiac team. Now this is a full little series that I'm doing on my channel as of now. Just every now and then I'll be putting some of my biggest supporters theme teams up. It's just a little perk you get being in Patreon. Anyways, let's get on to this one. This was a Zodiac team suggested by Hans. Thank you for being an awesome supporter. If you have a theme team idea, make sure you drop it below in the comment section. As well as I'm doing the Patreon ones, I'll be doing the normal ones as well. Same thing, nothing will change there. So get your comments down below, and if you'd like these theme teams, make sure you drop a like on the video too. Okay, we had a Plusle start here. Now he actually frisked my choice scarf out and stayed in, which I was quite surprised about. Okay, so I went to Polydot here because this is my special defensive wall on this team. It was the best one I could come up with, and I tank up that Draco Meteor with just ease there. That's well, it's not even a 3-hit cone because it's a special defensive drop there. So this is a Rest, Sleep Talk, Scold, and Icy Wind Politoed. Works very nicely to tank the special defense move, and if anyone, a speedier sweeper comes in, you can give them a chance to burn, or you can drop their speed, so it's very quite handy there. Okay, so Florges is going to come in, and I'm actually going to do nothing to that at all, but that's fine. I was kind of expecting Florges to come into that one. Okay, now, this was actually a really this team I was running was quite solid. There was a couple of gimmicks in it, but it was a pretty solid team for me. It was a good chance because I ran a couple of gimmicks and some solid pokes in this team. Okay, so I'm thinking that Toxic is on its way, and I did that prediction there, that immunity. So Gligar is a really strong Pokemon, very defensive as well, and just a nice defensive wall. And I come up with a decent little set for him. Okay, so we got Toxic on this. Wasn't sure if Florges had Aromatherapy or not, but I was like, well, it's only going to have 8 of them, so I'm definitely going to win the stall there if it tries to do that. It's going to Moonblast me. I've got terrible special defense, but Florges is obviously running all of it in health or special defense and defense, so it's not going to hit me too hard. Plus I've got the Everlight there to back me up, and it's not super effective. Okay, Reuniclus is going to come in here, definitely expecting some sort of special move. I just Bulldoze there. I thought Bulldoze would be quite a good move on this over Earthquake. I can do some stab, and I can get a speed drop too, so I've got 2 Pokemon on my team running speed drop, so Icy Wind and Bulldoze, which is pretty common because you normally will get a special sweeper or a physical sweeper on both of them to swap in and try and take them out. And a speed drop can be very handy. At the very least, it forces them to swap. Okay, so I tank out that Psychic. I went for the Scald here because I thought, well, I might as well get a burn off and see if it's Magic Guard or a Generator. I don't get the burn, which is not really the end of the world. And I'm going to outspeed it anyway, so I'm able to get a rest off here. There was no special defense drop, which is thankful because I didn't want to go down. I don't like losing my my tanks early on in the game, because then you lose the ability to check the more powerful Pokemon. Okay, so I'm going to go to sleep here and get all my health back, and that's definitely going to cause a swap here. I'd say it wouldn't bother to stay in there. It'd be pretty obvious that I've got Sleep Restore. But I get the special defense drop, and I'm like, ah, damn, that really sucks, because I don't have lots to swap into either. But I needed to keep Politoed, so I had to take a little bit of a risk here and go into my Go-Goat. Now, this was a choice-banded Go-Goat here. Max health, max attack, and it works pretty well with Horn Leech because you can get your health back. So I went for Horn Leech here. I thought it'd do some solid damage. I didn't think it'd take it out, but I get a crit there. So depending on what EVs are running, I'd say that would have mattered, but it would have done a hell of a lot anyway. Stab, choice band as well, and I'd say I would have been able to tank out those Psychics quite easy. Okay, so in comes Dimanton. Obvious Flare Blitz here is obvious. Not that I didn't have a lot to check it either, because I didn't want to swap in Gligar, because that would hurt a lot, and especially if I wasn't sure whether it was Scarfed or Banded, but it's Dimanton, it hits like a truck. Even I resist that, and that does a lot of damage, so I really had to lose my Politoed here. Had no options there at all. I got a little bit of recoil on Dimanton, which was cool, but I know that Florges is definitely going to be a wish passer. Most, 99.9% of them are, so it's not going to be a problem getting his health back later on the match, so I really need to deal with that somehow. Okay, so Politoed's down, not the end of the world though. Okay, so I've got my Kingler here. Now, this is a sweeping Kingler here. It's a pretty cool set too. It's got Hone Claws, so I know it gets Sword Dance. You probably think, why are you giving it Hone Claws for over Sword Dance? My reasoning here is because I've got Crab Hammer on it and I've got Rock Slide, so that enables them to both have 100% accuracy there. and you know, still get the sheer force boost from that. Okay, so we've got a Mega Swampert here. Joy, this thing hits like a truck, and it's very, very tanky at the same time too. I thought, bugger, I've got my Hone Claws up, let's go for this. Going for the Crab Hammer there, does a big whopping jump of like damage to it, does 3/4, and it's going to Earthquake me back. And now Kingler's got quite nice base defense, and I just lived that. I've got the Citrus Berry on here as well, instead of just a bit of a different item, so if I was setting up a Hone Claws, I could, you know, if I took a hit, I could get a bit of health back, which would be handy to stop incoming, you know, priority moves maybe taking me out there. Anyway, so that's down. Very good getting that Mega Swampert out of the way. Now, I had, once again, I didn't have my Politoed here, so I didn't have much to check this with. I couldn't check it with Gligo, couldn't check it with Go-Go or, like, Minun or, sorry, Plusle. So I had to let Kingler die there. There was no choice there, but I was happy to get rid of the Mega Swampert. Okay, so I've got this Choice Scarf Plusle here, and I knew they'd probably swap. I wasn't sure whether they'd go into Florges or they'd go into the Donphan, and they went into the Donphan, which was a pretty obvious, but just in case they went into their Florges, I went for the T-Bolt there. So it's not the end of the world. I had Gligar. I knew Gligar could easily tank out anything this thing really threw at me, except if it had knockoff, that'd be a bit of a worry. So I get rid of you know, the Earthquake there because I'm flying type. It's got an Ice Shard. It doesn't do a hell of a lot. I did think it would be packing that, so I wasn't too surprised when I saw it. I knock off its item. It's a crit there, and it's got a weakness policy, mate. Oh, okay, so it must be like one of those sturdy weakness policy sets. It's continuing to go for the Ice Shard there. I was thinking, well, I could probably live the next move and Toxic misses, which sucks, and it's going to go for the Ice Shard there again. I think it got max damage there to take me out, which sucks. I could have probably gone for a Roost there. I just thought, from judging from the damage before that, I would have badly lived that, but that's how it is, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my Plusle here and go for the Grass Knot here, Choice Scarf, and it just lives. I was so close. I was so close, and it's going to go for Earthquake here. Probably thinking I didn't have anything to really hit it that hard with. Oh, I was so close getting rid of that, so it did a big damage to it anyway, which is good. That was very good. Now, I've got down to my last 2 pokes. Things are getting a little bit desperate here, but don't worry, I'm gonna get back into this match. Okay, so I've got Work Up here on my Tauros, boosting my attack and special attack. Now, this is a fully special Tauros. I know I'm whacked, but that's how it is. I wanted to bring something interesting into this team. Okay, so another Ice Shard there. I went for another Work Up here. I got really overconfident here because I thought, well, I'm going to need to make some massive comeback. I knew they'd go for the Earthquake on the 3rd turn because, you know, they're not going to continually let me set up there. So I just Ice Beamed it and that took it out. Ice Beam works for sheer force as well. Its special attack is absolutely dreadful though. So even with 2 Work Ups, I was still worried about this Florges, which I knew would come in. Okay, so I go for this 3rd Work Up. I knew that I could badly take a Moonblast, just with Taurus's overall bulk in health and its special defensive stats. So obvious Moonblast there was obvious, and I just take that one, which was nice. But I get the special attack drops. That was all for nothing. Man. Oh, it's just one of those days. Anyway, so the only special move, normal type move, that Tauros has got is actually Upper Roll, which is pretty funny. It's obviously it's similar to Outrage and you get locked in, but since Florges is like a beast in special defense, it doesn't do like a hell of a lot. With that 3rd, you know, without that drop before, I would have been getting close to 3/4 damage there, which is what I was aiming for, then maybe a Revenge Killer. Anyway, that's poor Tauros down there. I didn't have a move to boost sheer power for a special set, so you know, Upper Roll was my best option. Okay, so I'm down to Gogoat. Whew. I'm down to Gogoat. So I made a big prediction here. I thought, well, I'd say they'd be expecting me to go for a Horn Leech and go into Diamantid. I could be really wrong here, but I'm still going to get a kill regardless. So I went for the Retaliate on it, and the Diamantid comes in. I get the Choice Band of Retaliate. Cop that. That's down. I was so happy getting rid of that. So they could have easily sacked their Florges and bring Diamantid in after, but I think they were pretty confident that I was going to go for the Horn Leech. So in comes Noivern, and I'm like, well, Hurricane, GG here. I tried my best, you know, it was a pretty close battle, and fucking Hurricane misses! Yes! So I went for the fucking Retaliate again, and it takes out the Noivern. I'm like, oh shit, I'm down to Florges now. This could be incredibly epically close. So, like, what is this magic? Like, what the fuck? I'm getting lucky for once. Okay, anyway, Florges is gonna go for the Wish here, which I saw coming, obviously. I thought it may go for Toxic or something, but it really did need its health recovery back there because I was still hitting very, very hard. And I'd say, judging on that damage there, even though I didn't get a Retaliate boost from the Pokemon previously getting KO'd, it's it's like its EV spread definitely suggests that it's like max health. I'd say max special defense, so a special defensive wall. Anyway, so I'm just continuing to go for Retaliate. The only problem here I had was if it had like aromatherapy. I had to pretty much take this out before I ran out of PP. Otherwise, yeah, I was going to struggle to death. And I've done that before, and that's really frustrating. They could have gone for the scumbag double protects here, but they're continuing to go for Wish there because they do have the Toxic up. So that's fair enough. I'm just continuing to go for Retaliate. I think I had about 4 left at this point. Just misses the kill there. But I think with a round of Toxic, I was able to get enough off to take it out this turn, I believe. Yes, I was. But man, that was a really close battle. That was awesome. Hope you guys enjoy this one. I did get that nice Hurricane miss there. That really did set the battle up for me to make a comeback. But yeah, if you want to see a team, don't know if I've done it, check out the playlist after. That's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Peace out.